So for a long time, I was wondering what I was gonna do with my YouTube channel, but I finally figured it out. So basically, I'm just gonna speak about what happens when you work in like blue collared work, when you meet people, because we meet all kinds. Meet people that are crazy, drug addicts, autistic, whatever you want to call them. These are their stories. Da-dum. So I met this one guy. His name was Steve. That's what we're gonna call him. And I met Steve because I used to work at a roofing company. And when I started working at the roofing company, I was really young. But when I was young, I wasn't reliable. I used to show up late and all kinds of stuff. But I ended up getting cancer, so my boss had no choice but to fire me. And he made me go work for his buddy, being an arborist. So I went to do the arborist thing, and then I came back to do the roofing. And then the foreman was a guy named, we're going to call him Steve. So Steve. When I met Steve, he wasn't really good looking. He looked like mad disheveled, dirty, didn't keep himself in check, like he came from like a cockroach infested apartment, which he did. But he lived with his buddy. And he ended up going to the bar one night and meeting this really, really beautiful girl. And when he showed me a picture of her, all I could think to myself was like, what the hell does she want with you, bro? Because Steve doesn't even have teeth, man. He looks like he flosses with extension cords. He's got gaps between the gaps. And so, yeah, he's gone with this girl. Started sleeping over at his house, and she had 2 kids. One of them was retarded. I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but when I say retarded, I mean like mentally challenged or whatever. But like, you know, the world's changed, but I have not. So Steve brought the girl over with her kids, and they ended up moving in. And his buddy that lived in the room next to him, like his apartment was pretty small. Like it was a basement apartment, but the living room was small. It had the kitchen attached to it and the bathroom, and then there was 2 rooms off to the side. So when you walked in, you were basically on your way out, or you're hitting your head off the fucking back door. So he ended up moving the girl and her kids in, and the kid that was retarded, she liked to call the police. And if she wasn't calling the police, she was emptying the fridge. So she'd be on the phone with the police, and when they dealt with that issue, she'd be emptying the fridge, and like kept going on and on. So Steve used to come to work every day, and he used to tell the boss like, "Yo, I gotta go home. My girl's having a panic attack. I have to go home." And I was like, yo, what did she do before you got there when she was having a panic attack? Man, like, tell her to have a panic attack on her own, man. Like, man, she was panic attacking before you met her. And, like, now all of a sudden you have to leave work to go home to deal with her panic attack? Like, what was she doing before she met you? And he was always like, yo, it doesn't matter. I have to go home. You know, I love her. And I love her. And he would go back. And it eventually got to the point where his friend ended up moving out. So it was just him, her, the retard, and the other kid in the basement. And that's how it went on for a long time. He kept leaving work and just kept progressing like this. He's bragging about how pretty she actually was hot. Like, she was like really good looking, like especially for him, because he looked like he flossed with extension cords, like missing teeth, like this one, that one, just missing them all over the place. So anyways, she's there. He's going home, all the crap. All of a sudden one day, he doesn't show up to work. Doesn't show up the next day. All of a sudden we get a call. Steve's done committed suicide. They found him hanging from the back shed. He hung himself. Never knew why. We never heard from this girl again. They all left. She's gone. Kids gone. Retards gone. Everybody's gone. Never heard nothing. Boss tells me one day, yo, Jay, I need you to clean the truck. And I'm like, okay, so whatever. We're cleaning the truck. And all of a sudden I find an envelope under the driver's seat from the health department of Ontario. I open it up, and what do I find? Steve needs to come in to find out, yo, he's got some stuff that you can't get rid of. This girl met this guy, took advantage of him, gave him the virus, the herb delicious, whatever you want to call it, man, the A's, the alphabeticals, whatever she gave him, man, and this guy killed himself. All I'm trying to say, man, is like, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, man. If you meet a girl that's like out of your league, it's probably not for you. It's probably just your turn, and she's gonna move on after you get burned. So just take that in consideration and don't end up like Steve, man. Peace, y'all.